Hello everybody, the Model Maniac. Welcome back. We're just going to be doing a quick how-to video today. We're going to be doing how to apply decals, these things, on which some people new to the hobby might think are stickers. They're not, they're water slide decals. With this stuff, we're going to be looking how to apply them with decal fix, because to apply them without decal fix, as in normally or without a decal solution, is quite very simple. You just soak them in water and then slide them onto the model. The decal fix, to a beginner who doesn't really know how to use it properly or just reads the instructions and misunderstands, might be a bit annoying to use sometimes. And it's the decal solution of my choice, and so yeah, I'm going to show you how to apply them. And I'm going to be applying just two simple decals to a T34-76 turret, the earlier version of the T34, because I had this turret spare and I need to put the decals on it for the diorama which I'm making. So yeah, I thought this would be a good time to do that. So yes, you want, this is the small bottle, and you do get a big bottle as well. If you're a beginner and you want to make sure your decals don't silver or whatever, the small bottle, because it's about £4 to £5 I think. So now what you want to get yourselves is, so cut out the decals you want from your sheet. I already have. You want to then get some tweezers. I have these tweezers which stay put down, like stay clamped, and in order to unclamp you push them, so it means you can leave it clamped for as long as you want. And you want to get yourself a pot of warm water. Warm water's best. Decal fix does say to soak it in the decal fix. Humbrol says. I wouldn't recommend that because they get extremely sticky and very difficult to apply, and it's not necessary. So you could waste decal fix doing that. Now you also want to get yourself some just paper towel or tissue paper, or whatever. Fold it up. So what you're going to do is, quite simply, is first of all know where you're going to apply them. Get your paint scheme and your decal placement stuff ready. Dunk it in the water. Make sure you soak it just in there, and then once you've got it out, slide on here. Let the paper hold some of the residue. Now, if you've left it on there, all you're going to do now is, while those soak, you're going to get a brush that's clean. You can do it ones that you've used for painting, but that might be a bit risky. I haven't had it go wrong for me, but I always use a clean one. So yeah, you want to get a bit of decal fix, and you want to put this over the area that you need it. So I'm just looking there. There's a very nice bit of detail there, so that'll be fun to soak. Now, what decal fix allows you to do with it, it melts the decal so you can conform to details that are on the surface, and it will mean that you won't get a silvering effect, which is where air gets trapped under the carrier film and it doesn't quite look right. So you apply some of this just at the sides, and you want to wait until you can move your, I need to make sure I'm doing this right. Wait until you can move your stuff around. So I can't move it around yet. Need to wait for it to just soak a bit more on there. And yeah, you just wait, and until they can move around on the backing paper, you don't do much really. And yeah, so a few things. Once you do apply them, they will be very sticky. So I want to once you get them in the correct order, try not to mess with them, because that will go wrong if you mess with them too much. Oh no, we'll leave it a bit more. It's starting to move. I just wanted to do a short video because I've tried doing these before and they go on for 20 minutes and really not necessary. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to get to a closer view, probably. Okay, I think this is actually quite a good view. So, should we be able to move this? Okay, we can now move this around. So you know where you want to put it. You're going to line it up, and you're going to, usually you can use the end of your brush or a cotton bud, whatever, and you're going to slide it on. Now, what you're going to do is get it in the correct place. That's got a bit stuck, that, hasn't it? So if it gets a bit stuck over some detail, you can always get some tweezers Oh dear, that's not gone very well, is it? Trying to get in the right place. You really do need to look at your tip. Know where you're putting the decal. Oh, sugar, that's gone really badly. Okay, we got that on. Put a bit more over that. Maybe let it conform properly before you do a coat over, because the coat that you do over will mean that's going to sink down, so that is now very sticky. Now, some decals will be thicker than others. This one I think is a bit fragile. The decals for this kit were quite fragile, so then what you can do is probably by this time the decal fix might have dried out on the other side, or whatever you're applying it to. So you put a bit more on. Make sure I got it up the right way. Okay, there we are. So just want I can move this one with my end of my brush, which would have been helpful with the other one, but the other one was not so forgiving. Now this goes to my point that I stand by. First kits from F. I would always say Airfix if you've never done it before, you don't know what you like to build or anything. I'd always say do Airfix kits because they've a range of tanks and lots of aircraft with the starter sets, and the starter sets come with few decals. Well, the minimum really to get the plane. So none of the tricky to do stencils, which is all the small bits of like writing and things. That's not quite straight. Do you really know? Oh, don't do that. So I'm not focusing on it. And there we are. I think that's probably quite a good view. Perhaps we could move a bit more towards this direction. No, I think that was actually quite fun where it was. What the decal fix allows you to do is move it around a bit whilst it's on the surface. That's why you apply it beforehand. And I'm pretty sure I'm happy with that. It's okay, so you've done that, and there you go. You've applied your decals, you're happy, and what you're going to do now is, I've learnt this the hard way, you're going to leave it and not touch it for at least a couple hours. Because you really don't want to, once this has melted the decal and it sticks to your finger from touching whatever, I will applaud you if you can save that. But there you go. It's on there, it's drying, it's going to conform. That's it. And what I'm going to do is in the second demonstration, I'm going to put that up there on my windowsill, just out of the way. So say you're building a kit at the moment and you're doing some tricky decals. And this one you can see that it's dried and it's left. You can see where I applied the decal fix on that one. But say there's these tricky number plate ones at the back here. I can't, that's not focusing, but there you go, on like the rear of my foot. There's bits of it, the decal was far too wide for what it went over, so there's loads of clear film that needs sorting out. So all you do is you wait until the bulk of it dries on the surface, and then you go over it around the sides and try to force it down so it just gets used to staying in that position. because when I first got decal fix, I didn't know how to use it or whatever really, so I messed up a few decals on kits, some important ones actually. Notably my 148-109, which is a kit. Part of the reason I don't like doing 148 because of that kit. So it wasn't a bad kit, I had a horrible experience really with the entire thing. Anyway, just trying to make sure that dries on here. This will appear in a future diorama as with that tank type. This armoured car, all in 176 scale. My preferred scale of tanks. I've actually got a 135th Panzer II from Tamiya coming as an introduction to that scale, because I've never done anything like that, and chose the Panzer II first of all because it was cheap, it was easy to build apparently to the reviews, and it's small. Well, the Panzer II is quite a small tank really, comparing it to like a Panzer IV. There you go, and do another demonstration on this thing, which is also going to be in that diorama. This Kubelwagen bucket-shaped car. Okay, just over the number plates on the back. Oh, it's on the front. I hate this number plate on the front. I'll get plenty on that. Okay, there we are, and safe to say, there you are, and I'll let that dry. So you've done your decals. Now hopefully this video was helpful, and it's not the most professional thing made, but I did get up close. And look, that's bending over that. I'm probably safe enough what to give this a coat of decal fix on top. There we are. Once it's got onto the surface, you can do a coat on top if it's not conforming properly. There you go. You're done. That's it. You've done your decal fix. Now you leave it and you go to bed or whatever. So thank you for watching. I hope you did like this video. Actually, we'll bring this back on. Oh, I did this. If you want to see more how-to videos, comment below. I know it's up to you, because I quite like making them. But yeah, see you in the next video. Subscribe if you want, and I'll see you again. Bye.